to discuss the importance of keep cooking with heat stable oils, and the fact that most Chinese people use peanut oil or high heat stable like avocado oil, especially organically derived
Avocado oil is
oils.
good, right?
All right, so the whole idea is that cheaper grade oils and vegetable oils have multiple sites. The polyunsaturated actually is worse for you because in a high heat temperature environment and in your body, you will oxidize those up and create multiple sites of peroxidation. So when those oils get into your system, what is going to happen? All right, they don't lay in the membranes properly, and they give rise to like leakage, and they give rise to antioxidants usage, because your body will use its own antioxidants to try to keep the polyunsaturates from oxidizing, because it's very, very bad for your body. It's like fats become what's the word they call it? Rancid.
Yeah.
Fats become rancid under the presence of oxidation. It's very, very bad for you. So if you take these polyunsaturates and use them for cooking, you're actually making them rancid, creating all these sites of peroxidation and doing your body a lot of damage in the long run. Because what happens in the body when you're making energy, you have to have like tight components and tight junctions. And the more your cell membranes leak, the less effective your whole body is, especially with your brain, your mitochondria, all that. So the more peroxidized or peroxidizable oils that you use, the long-term, it's just bad for you in the long run. So nowadays, like all that stuff they told you back in the day about the polyunsaturated and healthy corn oils was not correct. Now the new science backs up that high stable heat oils like peanut oil, avocado oil that are non-extracted in organic solvents, which is another whole topic. Dr. Wu was discussing earlier about soybean oil being extracted using hexanes and other volatile organic compounds in gasoline, that sort of thing. So what happens is when you extract a lot of these like cheaper oils, they use organic solvents that become trapped in that soybean oil. So like as an example, you could have decaffeinated coffee. They use dichloromethane to extract the caffeine out. So no matter what, you still have a little dichloromethane in the decaf coffee. The same thing with these cheaper oils that they're extracting using organic-based solvents. So you have some co-contamination along for the ride, you know. So then they add the BHT and all the antioxidants and kind of crap to keep that from happening and for the oils not to go rancid and under normal shelf lives. But you don't want that rancidity to happen in your body because your membranes leak. The whole process of membrane fluidity is fatty acids have to just lie nice, you know, and all of a sudden you get these crooked molecules that won't like lay right. So you get like leaky membranes. So it takes more energy to run your whole system. And over the course of time, you become more and more degraded. So the average American, if you totally stop taking any of these polyunsaturates, all this other crap, it take 5 years for that crap to like work its way through your body. 5 years to get rid of all the polyunsaturates that Western medical science told you was so good back in the day. You know? Yeah, right, so like almost everything they told you is wrong. You know what I mean? Almost everything they ever told you from scratch. You know?
Take something like an avocado that has that fat, right? Polyunsaturated fat.
See, most people like avocado oil is not avocado seed oil though. It's actually the flesh of that avocado, and then they press it. So the organic cold pressed avocado oil, if you can get that, that's really good. But it's not the seed oil at all. It's like actually from the,
Skin.
like a big guacamole
The compressed.
extraction pit.
Yeah.
And eating an avocado, that's healthy for you, right?
Oh, amazingly healthy.
Okay.
Because it's like right there and fresh. But avocado oil, that fresh stuff that you can buy, you know, virgin, cold pressed, I mean, that stuff you can rub it all over you. It's full of all sorts of good stuff in it. It's when
Coconut.
they extract those oils with organic solvents that you're getting into the problem, because you're like kind of co-combining. Because like dissolves like. Once you get like things dissolved together, it's very hard to separate them out. Given, you know,
Coconut oil is a good one.
coconut oil is bomb.
Yeah.
That's like, so back in the day they used to say palm oil, coconut oil, all those solid oils at room temperature were bad, but that's actually totally not true. It's the opposite.
What are some good oils for people to use?
Avocado oil.
Yeah, avocado, olive oil, the coconut oil.
I use olive oil.
Yeah.
But olive oil is not okay to cook with at high temperatures, correct? There's
Some,
a
yeah,
flash
I
point.
mean, mostly people, you can smoke that up pretty easily, you know. So most olive oils aren't recommended for high temperature cooking, I don't think. But for just consumption, you know, like a good way to like shift your way towards a more ketogenic diet or whatever is to take the olive oil with scrambled eggs and, you know, more of a high fat diet that'll,
That mean he mean it's medium heat. You make soup okay, but not Chinese cooker. Chinese
Yeah.
deep fry or stir fry is too the heat too high. That mean he talking about like medium heat. You make soup, salad is olive oil is very healthy.
Salad, yeah.
So yeah, if anybody had any questions about any of this kind of
Sesame
stuff.
oil, okay?
Sesame oil is bomb too. It's really, really good, and that's one of the best oils to use in general too. Because if you examine the profile on sesame oil, there are some omega 6s and stuff, but mostly omega 3s. You know, and the omega 3 metabolism shifts to more antioxidant,
Just a little bit.
anti-inflammatory pathways. As you use some of these oils that people aren't used to using, it shifts the into some the whole fatty acid metabolism. You could talk about what it
Right.
it shifts it more towards an inflammatory process. There's a split in the pathway. So, anyways, I think that's good.
Okay, tell us when it's this is based on TCM philosophy in the Yang Hot and Cold. It's what kind of condition use better for stir fry? What kind of condition better use a salad? Example, we have people acid reflect what way to cook is better. For people get cold stomach, they get acid blocker and they blow up. I just
All right, Doctor was asking me to comment on the effect of cooking on temperature and the yin and yang balance, and how that affects certain people, you know. So, every food has a representative energy. So you could take a potato, and potato in and of itself is probably pretty yin, I would imagine. But you could take that potato and slice it, and put it in peanut oil and make French fries, and you're taking a food and making it quite yang, actually, because you're frying it up. So someone that was kind of cold and needed a little boost, yang energy would help them, like this time of year, you know. But somebody like when I was a kid, if I would eat fried foods like that, I would get really bad teeth and it would hurt and too much yang, headaches, you know. My teeth would pound, my heart going like that, because too much yang would upset my yin and yang balance, and a symptom of that is your heart pounding. So you can take any kind of food and convert it from yin to yang almost by the cooking methodology. But if you took that same potato and boiled it a low temperature way, is more yin for you. So you would have that boiled potato, and you know, in general, that's more of a yin energy.
Right.
So the cooking methodology is important as well, you know. And the time of year is all dependent too. Like right now in Chinese medical theory, what's going on? Sun's going down early. The yang energy is disappearing from the Western Hemisphere. So we're going towards a yang minimum. So what we want to do is have more roasted meats, more red ginseng, more foods that are cooked with under yang conditions, you know. And then we, you know, there's a seasonality to Western Chinese food and food medicine that we haven't figured out in the West, but we did know, because at one time, what's all our fall warming spices? They're all yang. Cinnamon, very yang. Cardamom, very yang. Pumpkin spice, all very, very yang, right? So somewhere in the annals of Western herbology, someone knew that it was important to fortify your body against the common elements in the winter with yang spices, you know. So somewhere, someone had some element of Chinese medical theory or whatever, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. One would think that somehow somebody had an idea that's related to the Chinese medical theory that you eat this stuff now. Chinese have a holiday called Get Your Ginseng Day. It's like analogous to our Thanksgiving. Everybody trots off to get the red ginseng to boost themselves up against the winter, you know? So America will be like, oh, we gotta eat turkey, but we don't realize we're eating the damn pumpkin spice and the cinnamon to satisfy our desire for more yang energy.
Okay, tell me turkey is yang.
Turkey.
Yeah, because that's American food.
I would say turkey soup is very yin.
Yeah, we don't have turkey in China.
Are you a fried turkey? That's a yang.
Okay, how about you? Could you talk about all the meat in our supermarket? What is yin, what is yang? Lamb, beef, chicken, pork, duck, fish, shrimp, all the meat in the seafood item. What yin, what yang? You talk about the yang first. People need yang.
Pressing me on this.
Okay.
All right, one of the most yang meats is a lamb. Lamb's very warming, very heating, and so people don't understand that you eat lamb, especially if you grill that. That's really, really quite yang. In general, like beef is pretty warming, but it's not yang. And chicken is very good for energy, but it's kind of more neutral. But pork is very yin.
Oh.
Pork is one of the only yin meats, or readily available yin meats. I mean, you could have duck. Duck is yin.
Duck is more in China, Chinese culture.
Yeah.
Chinatown
Duck's very
only.
yin.
The fish.
Pork is very yin. Chicken and beef are more yang, but more neutral too, you know. High yang foods are lamb, for sure. You know, and shrimp is very yang.
Oh.
In general, fish kind of neutral, you know, but some fishes are more yang than other.
Yeah, we only talking about legally meat, but in China, Korea, the culture different, the law is different. We don't mention any
dog's pretty
we
bad.
we don't mention any illegal meat here in this country
Yeah, we don't
unless
mention
we
that.
talk in China.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't make people get upset.
Sushi versus cooked fish. What
I mean,
Sushi.
yeah, sushi. That must be more yin. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
well, I've eaten a number of raw cohogs my whole life and all that, so I mean, everything has its place. In general, you need a little raw food. It's not gonna hurt you, but
So yang is energy high and yin is what? To bring it down?
well, yin energy and yang energy is kind of, it's a concept most Americans aren't as familiar with as they think they are, perhaps, you know. And then there's some energies like every food has an essence. There's an essence of kidney yin, kidney yang, and some of it's clearing, and the whole. In general, you know, yin is kind of cooling and calming, and yang is more expansive and warming and forth into the. Like, the easiest way to understand it is what people do in America in the summertime, right? Everybody gets out of the house and moves around, plays rock and roll. You want to party, do some dancing. Right? In the winter, what do you want to do? You hide in your house and you watch videos and you don't go anywhere. And you're like, you know, so. Like, yang is all about getting stuff done, getting out, having fun. And yin is all about staying home on a damn cloudy, rainy day and taking care of yourself and just being chilled and having a cup of hot tea. So,
not a movie.
Okay, Chuck. Last question. What's your name, your first name and last name, and what is your background? Then we're gonna be close up.
Remain anonymous. Yeah, my name is Tai Chi Chuck, but everybody calls me Charles Sutherland, and I have a master's degree in chemistry, and I've been learning about science my whole life. And I ran a lab at Brown, and back in the day, I guess I would say I'm a bioorganic chemist that was trained in the synthesis of macromolecules for biological research. And since then, I read Medline for fun and pleasure. And I would say I'm fairly much an expert on physiology and the integrative medicine in general. I probably know as much about integrative medicine as anybody on the planet. Pretty close.
Wow.
That's a
Thank you.
wrap!
Thank you.
Good job, Chuck.
Now your voice is everywhere.
Yeah.
I told you I could get